Hi YouTubers. Well, as you can see by the title, what's the best CB to buy 2015? Well, in my opinion, the best rig on the market at the moment that's legal is the President Grant Mark II. And in this video I'm going to just sort of explain a little bit about the rig and why I sort of have come to that conclusion. Well, firstly, there's not really a lot of competition for it. There's a few others out there. Even though I've heard of them, I've took no notice because I'm not saying they ain't any good, but they're not in your face all the time. But if you have a look around YouTube, for example, President Grant Mark II, if you type that in, there's people doing nice reviews on it, using it, there's on-air stuff. I've got, even one of my old videos has got President Grant Mark II in it, which I currently own. I'm just going to tell you a bit about the rig and why it sort of stands apart from some of the others that are available. Now, it's not particularly cheap. At the moment you can get them for around about the £200 mark new, and they hold their value as well, which is important. So if for whatever reason you decide to move it on, you're not going to lose a fortune on it. So it's a good investment in that respect as well. I'll show you the rig quickly and take you through some of the features that I think are nice, that make it sort of shine out amongst all the others that are on the market. So just bear with me while I change the camera angle. As you can see, I've got quite a few different radios here, sort of both old school and new school. That's the Grant II there. Nice clear display. The control knobs are of a usable size, unlike some rigs that are sort of tiny and hard to get your head around. I'll just come back to me and I'll just sort of tell you what some of the features are on this rig. Right, let's get it right. Okay, it's got all modes on it. You've got FM, AM, upper sideband and lower sideband. Now the upper and lower sideband feature, if you're new to CB, be something for you to play with, and just having them two extra modes will give you a lot of enjoyment. You hear a lot of people abroad on it. Reception, in my opinion, is much better. As a licensed amateur, I love sideband. You know, it carries well on what we call the skip, but if you don't know what the skip is yet, you'll soon find out. Okay. Dimensions wise, the rig's about 7¼ inches wide by about 7½ inches in depth. Now I'm only telling you that in case you're thinking of putting it in your car, van, truck, or if you've got somewhere at home that you're looking to put it in. I'll have a look at the height of it as well. It's about 2¼ inches high. You can change the display colour from red to green. It's got a dimmer function on it. It's got a built-in SWR meter. So if you was thinking of buying another rig that was less money, that didn't have one in, if you're just starting up, then you've got to be thinking about buying an SWR meter, which is extra expense. Then you've got the cable that you've got to run from your new radio to your meter, and it's all mess. This thing, you just connect your antenna straight in the back, jobs are good and you're good to go. So that's sort of like a nice convenience thing. Now generally speaking, a lot of people don't really like the SWR meters, or SWR meters as they're commonly called. They say they're not, you know, not as accurate as an external one, but just to put things into perspective, it'll give you rough guidance. It's part of the rig, it'll always be there, you wouldn't lose it, it wouldn't be in a drawer somewhere. And you can pay you know, £100 for an accurate swirl meter. So it's a usable feature, more than usable. The rig produces 4 watts AM FM and 12 watts sideband, which is now legal to do in the UK, which is fantastic. A lot of guys, including me, are sort of promoting that through YouTube, and a lot of people that subscribe to my channel are saying, well, I'm thinking of coming back. You know, I'm excited about the fact that we can now use AM, not forgetting that back in the 80s everyone was on AM, or sort of late 70s, and it's through the effort of them people doing things illegally that we're now fortunate enough to be able to do this. But a lot of people back in the day were avid AM lovers. They didn't like FM, but slowly but surely everyone went on to FM, and the old, what you call AM breakers, got a bit disheartened. A lot of them went off, never came back, but some of them are now getting wind that they can now use AM legally, you know. So it's all CB radio as a community. Just over a year ago, when we got this legal thing, it stirred up a little bit of a hornet's nest, you know. So hopefully that will bring back more people. Now the Grant 2, it's got a switchable Roger bleep, it's got a built-in SWR meter, it's got all your normal features like NB and ANL. Let's just have a quick look. It's got memory channels, it's got channel 9, channel 19, you can just press the button and go from 19 to channel 9, which is not really a lot of use nowadays. What else we got? It's got a high cut filter in it, automatic squelch, which is quite nice if you're mobile. We just put it on automatic squelch, it silences the rig. If there's any signals there, you hear them come through. It's got up and down on the mic, so you can go up and down your channels like that. It's a CB, you know. What more do you want me to tell you about it? In my opinion, it's the best one on the market at the moment. It's not the cheapest, you know, but you should know by now, you get what you pay for. If you can pick one up in good condition second hand that's not been messed with, you won't go far wrong. And the next thing really, if you do get one, is what antenna. Now if you're new to CB, that on its own is like a big headache, but you know, if you go to a reputable shop, they should point you in the right direction. If you're in the opinion of they're only going to try and sell you what they want to sell you, you know, leave a comment below this video and I'll sort of tell you what I think. You know, I ain't got nothing to gain by recommending either this rig or an antenna to match it up to. But I did notice a gap in the YouTube search, that there's no one out there giving out what they think is the best CB, particularly in 2015. There's a lot of rigs out there, but most of them are illegal. If you're new to CB, you might want to start up legally, take it from there. I'll give the rig a 9 out of 10 and only take away the 1 because it's got a bar graph instead of an analog signal. I prefer my CB to have a needle, you know, that goes up and down with a signal. But you know, that aside, I think President had done a lovely job on it. And there's also the President Liberty mic that you can buy for it. I haven't got one to show you, but basically it's a mic, it's got a battery in it. You connect up a little gizmo to your CB. You can have your CB in your house, you can be out in your garden, still use it. You know, I want one, but I can't afford one at the minute. Thanks for watching everyone. Leave your questions if you got any. Hit like if you like the video. If you ain't already subscribed, hit subscribe, and then that way you get to see all me sort of videos that I upload from now. Right, that's it. I'm out of here, got stuff to do. And 1010 till we do it again. Catch you later, guys.